Hey, this is Em from pinkMBA.com, and this is your Fast Friday business tip, and today we're going to talk about the bell curve. This is what a bell curve looks like. And you've probably seen something like this if you've done any statistics, or if you look at any reports, or even if you just look at the news, because people talk a lot about the bell curve. What does this mean? Well, this means if you take any group of numbers, any group of data, from, I think the minimum size is like 17 up through billions of numbers, and you figure out where they lie and what frequency they have, they're going to make this bell curve. That means that a lot of the numbers are going to fall in this range, and then very few of the numbers are going to fall down on these ends. These ends are called the tails, and I kind of drew a crappy picture because I shouldn't have made the tail going under the baseline, but you get what I'm talking about. So usually what they talk about is that this is the median, and then there's this thing called standard deviations where they just pick these chunks of numbers that are in here, and then the tails are called the outliers. So if you've looked at the Malcolm Gladwell book, The Outliers, that's what he's talking about. These are the ones that are unusual here. Now, why are we talking about this? Well, because this applies to your Mary Kay customers and their orders as well as all other sets of numbers. So if you took a look at, let's say you have 100 customers, if you took a look at their orders over the course of a year and how much they order, what you would find is that you'd have a couple of people who only ordered a little bit, like maybe they order one Lash Love from you every year, which is gross because you're supposed to replace your mascara every 3 months. But let's say they order one. So they're way down here. And then let's say that you have people who order like $3,000 to $5,000 from you every year because they love the skincare, they love the hand cream, they love everything about it, satin lips, they love colors, they love compacts, they love everything. And they're buying for their friends. So they're ordering $3,000 from you. But the majority of people are going to be somewhere in here, and they're going to buy skincare from you and maybe a little bit of color, and they're not going to go through it that fast, but they'll buy a hefty chunk from you. So let's say that like 80 of your 100 customers are buying in this range here. And maybe they're buying, I don't know, $400 from you a year, okay? And maybe these people down here are buying, I don't know, like $12 from you, and maybe these people are buying $3,000 from you. This is totally normal. I know a lot of times consultants will be, why can't I get these people to buy more? What's wrong with me? Or they'll be like, whoa, why can't I get everyone to buy $3,000 from me? Well, it's just what your curve is. These are the people that you know that are your customers. They're always going to distribute in this range, even if you were selling to people who have a lot of money. The only difference is that this range would be moved up. So if you were selling to millionaires, maybe this range would be like 2,000 here and this range would be 10,000, but it would always distribute in a bell curve. So that's something to think about, is that the majority of your people are going to be here. You're going to have some outliers. And if you want to bump your bell curve up, you need to either upsell when you're with your customers or find people who have more money who want to buy more, and that will bump your personal bell curve up. But this is all normal. Think about your customers. Maybe you want to go look at some of your sales records and assign your 12-year-old the product of graphing this out for you to figure out what your own personal sales bell curve is. Thanks for watching. This is Em at thepinkmba.com.